Now students, I am going to explain you classification of periodic table, very important long answer questions. Okay, so first question is, what is ionization energy? So what is the meaning of ionization energy? Explain the factors that affect ionization energy. So what are the factors that affects this ionization energy? Okay, so ionization energy means the energy required to remove an electron from the outermost orbit of a neutral gaseous atom. Okay, so ये एक ऐसी एनर्जी है जिससे हम इलेक्ट्रॉन को रिमूव करते हैं फ्रॉम द आउटरमोस्ट ऑर्बिट. ओके, आउटरमोस्ट ऑर्बिट ऑफ अ न्यूट्रल गैसियस एटम, दैट the atom should be neutral. Okay, so it is called an ionization energy. So what are the factors affecting this ionization energy? What is the first factor? पहला factor क्या है? Nuclear charge. Okay, so more the nuclear charge, the more is the ionization energy. Okay, so जब न्यूक्लियर चार्ज मोर होगा तो आयोनाइजेशन एनर्जी भी मोर होगी. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट वन इज screening or shielding effect. More the screening effect, less is the ionization energy. So this screening effect is opposite to the ionization energy always. Okay, so if the screening effect is more, then the ionization energy is less. The penetration power of the orbitals, so more the penetration power, more is the ionization energy. Again same. Okay, same you have to write for this also. Okay, now stable configuration. More stable the configuration is, more is the ionization energy. Okay, so more the stable configuration, then more is the ionization energy. So only screening effect is inversely proportional to the ionization energy. Okay, now second question is, state modern periodic law. Describe the construction of long form of periodic table. Okay, so you have to write about the construction of periodic table. Okay, so what is a modern periodic law? The modern periodic law states that the chemical and physical properties of elements के जो chemical और physical properties होते हैं are periodic function of their atomic numbers. So atomic numbers के periodic functions होते हैं. Okay, the modern periodic table contains horizontal periods 1 to 7. So it contains horizontal periods 1 to 7. Okay, so similarly it contains vertical groups 1 to 18. Atomic numbers are indicated on the upper part of the element. So the atomic numbers are written on the upper part of the element. Okay, so it contains vertical groups 1 to 18. Okay, तो modern periodic table में कितने horizontal periods होते हैं? 1 to 7 होते हैं. और इसमें वर्टिकल ग्रुप्स कितने होते हैं? वर्टिकल जो रहते हैं, वर्टिकल उसको ग्रुप्स कहते हैं. तो वर्टिकल ग्रुप्स 1 to 18 होते हैं. और एटॉमिक नंबर्स आर इंडिकेटेड ऑन द अपर पार्ट. और अपर पार्ट पर जो नंबर लिखा हुआ होता है वो एटॉमिक नंबर होता है. 2 rows आर सेपरेटली प्लेस्ड एट द बॉटम ऑफ द पीरियोडिक टेबल. सो आप देख सकते हैं पीरियोडिक टेबल में 2 rows होते हैं, बॉटम में 2 rows होते हैं. दीज आर कॉल्ड लैंथेनाइड सीरीज एंड एक्टिनॉइड सीरीज. ओके, सो देर आर 118 बॉक्सेस इन द पीरियोडिक टेबल. कितने बॉक्सेस होते हैं? 118. सो द होल पीरियोडिक टेबल इज डिवाइडेड इंटू 4 ब्लॉक्स. ओके, 4 ब्लॉक्स में डिवाइड होता है पीरियोडिक टेबल. सो द लेफ्ट साइड इज एस ब्लॉक. लेफ्ट साइड में जो ब्लॉक होता है उसको एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स कहते हैं. राइट साइड में जो होता है उसको पी ब्लॉक, एंड मिडिल में देर इज ए डी ब्लॉक, एंड द लैंथेनाइड एंड एक्टिनॉइड सीरीज फॉर्म द एफ ब्लॉक. तो एस ब्लॉक कंटेन्स अल्कलाई एंड अल्कलाइन अर्थ मेटल्स. ओके, सो एस ब्लॉक में क्या होते हैं? अल्कलाई और अल्कलाइन अर्थ मेटल्स होते हैं. पी ब्लॉक कंटेन्स मेटल्स, नॉन मेटल एंड मेटलॉइड्स. ओके, पी ब्लॉक में क्या होते हैं? मेटल्स, नॉन मेटल और मेटलॉइड्स. द डी ब्लॉक कंटेन्स ट्रांजिशन एलिमेंट्स. ओके, डी ब्लॉक में ट्रांजिशन मेटल्स होते हैं. ओके, now what is the third question? The element X belongs to the first group, the element Y belongs to the second group, and both X and Y elements belong to the same period. Okay, in the periodic table. So what are the similarities between X and Y elements? So element X जो है वो फर्स्ट ग्रुप में है. ओके, सो Y सेकेंड ग्रुप में है. तो दोनों एलिमेंट्स X and Y they belong to the same period, but they are in the same period in the periodic table. So you have to write about the similarities. आपको similarities लिखना है. The number of electrons in valence shell. So the number of electron in valence shells of this outermost shell. So number of electrons in valence shell means how many are there in the valence shell of this X and Y. So the number of valence electrons in element X is 1. It is 1. The number of valence electrons in element X is 1 and Y is 2. Okay. So the number of valence means valence shell means outermost shell. So the valence electrons outermost. Okay. So in this the element X is 1 and Y is 2. So their atomic size and valency. The valency of element X is 1 and Y is 2. Okay. So the size of element X is more than Y. Okay. What will be the size? The element X is more than Y. So their ionization potential and metallic character. We have to write about their ionization and potential and metallic character. So the ionization energy of Y is greater than X. Then X has higher metallic character than Y. Okay, X is having the higher metallic character than Y. Then symbols of their chlorides and sulfates. How you have to write about the chlorides? X, for X you have to write XCl, and for Y you have to write YCl2. Okay, for sulfates what you have to write? For X you have to write X2SO4, and for Y you have to write YSO4. Okay, so next question is, what is a periodic property? How do the properties change in a group and in a period of the modern periodic table? Periodic property किसे कहते हैं? So how do the properties कैसे change होंगे group और period में modern periodic table में? This is very important. So for this there is one table. You have to remember one table for this. Okay. The repetition of similar chemical properties of elements at regular intervals with increasing atomic number. Okay, repetition of similar chemical properties. Okay, the similar chemical properties उसका repetition होता है. So उसका chemical properties का repetition होता है. Okay, with the increasing atomic number. Okay, so now here you have to write this table. Okay, you have to draw this table. This is very important. So periodic property, first valency. What will happen to the valency? Same for all elements from top to bottom. If you take here group is there in the periodic table ना, अगर आप top to bottom देखेंगे तो same रहेगा. all elements की valency same रहेगी. Okay, so atomic radius increase होगा, ionization energy decrease, electron affinity decrease, negativity decrease, metallic nature increase होगा. Okay, from top to bottom, top से लेके bottom तक metallic nature increase होगा, non metallic nature decrease होगा. Okay, from left to right in periods what will happen? In for valency what you have to write? Increasing from 1 to 4 and gradually decreases at 0. Okay, so it will decrease at 0. Atomic radius will decrease. So in group it will increase. Ionization energy generally increasing. Electron affinity, negativity increase. Here in groups electron affinity decrease, and in periods it will increase. Electronegativity decrease in group. In period it will increase, and metallic nature increase in group, but here it will decrease. Non-metallic nature it will decrease in groups and increase in periods. So here groups and periods it will be opposite in groups and period. Okay, so you have to draw this table and you have to write this periodic property and trend in groups and periods. Okay.